Hey guys, Tony here in the bathroom. So if you guys hear me flush, you know that's kind of like a all telltale of me basically being in here, you know. But a lot of you guys wanted me to do another TA on RIOT blockchain because it does seem like a lot of things have been changing recently, right? And Bitcoin has lost. It seems like it's lost a little bit of momentum. So I might. I'm still bullish on RIOT, still bullish on Bitcoin because RIOT is only going to move as long as Bitcoin moves. If Bitcoin keeps moving, RIOT is going to move. If Bitcoin does not move, RIOT is not going to move, or it's going to drop, or it's going to fall, right? So I'm still bullish. I'm giving you guys two scenarios here. The first case is the bullish case, which I already basically gave it to you guys, right? It's basically RIOT to 100 by more than likely the end of March or the beginning of April, if everything plays out correctly and Bitcoin continues its rally. I'm gonna get rid of this for now because looking at just TA right now, it does look like a lot of bullish momentum out of nowhere just kind of died, right? It does look like for whatever reason we are starting to be relatively bearish, which is kind of the scary part, right? I need to look into the S&P 500 and really gauge to what exactly is going on, right? So I think the last time we actually dropped a heavy amount, not necessarily heavy, but I think that if we do drop again, because it does seem like on the day chart, it does look like we're losing a lot of what is it called? A lot of bullish momentum. And that's the kind of scary part, right? And especially on the stochastic, it does look like we've been creating tops, and RIOT seems to sort of what is it called? RIOT seems to kind of respect the stochastic a little bit, which is kind of scary. Because it's kind of an indication of where we're kind of headed, right? So I'm going to give you guys two scenarios here of what I think can possibly happen at the worst, right? So I think the first one, you guys already know my bullish sentiment on this is within the next month or so. I did say that Bitcoin was going to hit 75,000, and also RIOT is obviously going to follow that, and I'm thinking 100. RIOT's going to hit 100 within the next month or so, right? So that's the bullish case. The bearish case is not exactly as happy, right? Because I do think if there is some sort of a bear mini market, I do think that we're going to end up really feeling that, you know. I do think that we're going to feel it pretty bad. You know, the last time the Stoke created tops, we went from top highs to top lows. We lost about 45 points, right? And we're actually just creating tops right now on the day chart on the stochastic for RIOT, right? So if we were to do the same thing, we drop around 45 points from the tops that were made. So I think that the worst case scenario, if we do actually end up going into a bearish market within the next 16 days, so it's funny because the 16-day mark was actually for the bullish mark. So in 16 days, we're either, what was the last one, right? What was around 45.63, whoops, 16 days, 45.63, so like let's do 45.63. So 45.20, well, that's relatively close, right? So if that's the scary part, right? I think the forecast that I had was for 16 days it hit 100, and the bearish case now it's that we're going down to $21.86 on RIOT if we do end up seeing a heavy bear market, which is basically we have lower lows here and then we have the higher low here created on the top. And I think that if the case is where we actually do hit some sort of bearish market, especially on Bitcoin, if Bitcoin doesn't rise, RIOT's not going to rise and it's going to fall. I do think worst case scenario, you know, we're going down to around $22, which is going to be around this level, around maybe 24, around this range right here. But I think that's going to be the worst case. I think worst case is that we drop down to $21, you know, in which case I'd probably put in a crap ton of money into RIOT, I think. But I think those are going to be the two scenarios. Either, you know, we'll know by the end of this month exactly where we're probably going to be We're either going down to like 20 in like the $20 range, like the lower range of the $20 mark, or we're going to $100. I think those are going to be the two scenarios for now. As far as how I see it right now, it's kind of either way. I was extremely bullish. I think about a week ago when I posted that Bitcoin rallied to like $60, and I thought everything was gonna shoot up, but Bitcoin didn't stay consistent, right? It kind of slowed down on the bullish momentum, and even right now markets are starting to kind of trend down a little bit, which is kind of the scary part. So I think as of right now, we either go down to 21.86 or around this $24 area, or we shoot up all the way to $100. I wouldn't know how to actually let you guys know. I think the only way for me to actually know is if we break below this 53, this 53 mark again. If we break below this 53 mark again, there's definitely a bigger chance that we're going to go all the way back down. But if we actually, if we retest this 53 mark and we shoot above $65 again and we close above there, I do think we're headed to $100. So it really depends on the next couple of days whether we're closing under $53, like under that 53.60 level, or we close above 65.94. Because just on candle pattern, it does look like we had a higher high here, a lower high, and then a higher low was created once we hit that resistance of 65.94. So as of right now, it's not looking all that good, especially with this gap that just got filled a couple of days ago. There was actually a gap between 59.44 and 56.46. So as of right now, it's basically just, I don't know, man. It's kind of scary, to be honest, because it does. Just looking at TA, as of right now, I'd be like 100% bearish. I'm like, you know what? We're going down to $22. That's just what the chart is showing me. Do I think that's going to happen? It depends on Bitcoin. It depends on where crypto actually goes, because Bitcoin is going to, Riot's going to follow Bitcoin. But these are going to be your two scenarios. We either go all the way down to $22, or we shoot up to $100 by the end of this month. And I do think by the end of this month is going to be a very good gauge of what we're actually going for. And the next big part of it is if we're closing under this 53 mark right here, I'm bearish. If we close above the 66 or the $65 level up here, I'm gonna be bullish to $100. So it really just depends on the next couple of days. I think I was super bullish like a week ago. Right now, it is turning it is seeming like I'm starting to turn into like kind of bearish right now, which is the scary part, right? But we'll see, man. I don't know. It's kind of 50-50 right now. It really depends on the movement on price the next couple of days. And this is going to be the magic right here. This is going to be the magic price range. If we end up going lower, I'm bearish to $20. If we go higher than this, I'm bullish to 100. So we'll see, man.